Tonight, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Texans take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Watson now to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
And this time, not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
31-yard line.
They run the option here on first and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
From the gun, here's Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Second down and goal. Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. Again, it's Watson. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Texans 3.
So, yes, Yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line.
He was brought down at the
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting it up and down the field.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. Doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Houston's on. Offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on a quarterback. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals have recovered it.
The quarterback sacked. Fumbled on
the defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
2nd and 10 at the 1-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here's Freeman. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
So, Party, next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back.
Oh, they're on it too quickly, and it's a Cincinnati Bengals touchdown.
Touchdown, Cincinnati. The kicker.
And you don't see this one very often, but that one was blocked, deflected, whatever you want to call it, and they were able to pick it up and advance it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a punter, with the heels of your shoes in the back of that end zone, tough spot to be in. The nightmare scenario plays out. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Houston set to take over. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Taylor. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
.35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
This will be caught just inside the 10.
Complete to number 80.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Watson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the 2nd quarter. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, they really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
7 yards, the pickup there. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. He was a second-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a first-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the second round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Right there.
On first down, Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Texans 17.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
In on the tackle. Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
First down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
He was tackled.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum, but all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 82 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. And
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Jonathan Taylor, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans cut into that lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackled by Christian Fulton.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 22. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
His throw caught right around the 6. Back now in Houston. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off. And his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
22-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson got a man open. That's Harry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And his throw is incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Watson looks to throw again. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. 22 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, Watson. He'll get this to Eckler. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, it's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Watson 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down 10 at the 41-yard line.
To the air yet again, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. From the gun, Watson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain.
Tonight's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the